Hey everyone, this is Towelliee with TGN and welcome to Who Needs CC? Not Towelliee. Question mark. Episode 8, baby, the lost city of Tol'vir, one of my favorite heroic dungeons to run. Why? Because there's hardly any trash, the bosses are easy, and, well, actually, come to think of it, the last 3 achievements that I need for the, whatever it is, the lava stone drake, whatever it may be, the really cool one that looks like hot liquid magma, I actually don't have it. People are surprised. Towelliee, you don't have that drake? No. When Cataclysm came out and people were doing all these achievement runs, I missed out on the lost city of Tol'vir. And every time I join a pug, no one wants to do it. Why? I don't know. And yes, guild chat is always interesting here at Huge in Japan. I love my guild mates, man. I feel right at home. And I need the achievement from the Gator boss, from the second to last boss, the one that has the little phoenix that you have to kill in the dark phase, and then the last boss. I don't have those 3 achievements. Those are the last 3 achievements that I need. If anyone is on Kill Jaden and is familiar with those achievements and they have them, by all means, contact me in game. We'll get her done. Get her done. And that's pretty much it. But this is episode 8. I have, I believe, 1 more dungeon to clear. From the Heroic Dungeons of Cataclysm, which is Halls of Origination. That one is like a pug shitfest, and I'm pretty sure people are going to just love that and seeing the failure that is most of the pugs that are in there. And after that's over, I'm going to be starting to do ZA and ZG, baby. Those are the ones that everyone has been asking for. Towelliee, who needs CC? ZA and ZG, no CC with a pug. And I'm like, that's going to be pretty damn awesome. I'm going to definitely try that out. It's going to be pretty exciting. And after I'm done with the Who Needs CC question mark, folks, people ask me, Towelliee, what are you going to be doing now in the future for Who Needs CC? And I said, you know what? I have a cool little series coming up. It's a little brainstorming I did while I was dropping a log, doing a take inventory over in the bathroom the other day. Oh, Miss with the Avenger Shield. Amazing. I love that 1.50 hit rating for the win. 70,000. Shield of the Righteous. And I told people I'm going to have a series coming up called The Puggers. Or it's going to be called Meet the Puggers. Kind of like Meet the Fockers, but Meet the Puggers. And what's going to happen is I'm going to do a random dungeon. Random people. Don't care if it's a Zandalari or normal Cataclysm heroic dungeon. And I'm going to ask the people who are in the dungeon with me, random people probably, to jump on vent. I'm going to give them some vent information. It will be their choice if they want to come on vent. I'll tell them, hey, you know what? You know, I'm doing a show on our network channel, and, you know, I just want to talk to some puggers, people, you know, the random Joe. You know, I don't really care about talking to the most popular people out there, you know, because we already know about the most popular people on YouTube, and we already know what they think, and we already know, we see them on YouTube every day, we see their videos every day. I want to talk to just the average Joe, the average gamer guy, gamer girl, just, you know, okay, come on, man, let's talk. Who are you? Why do you play WoW? Why do you like it? You know, anal, not anal. I mean, I will probably ask them outlandish stuff, excuse me, and they'll probably end up leaving the event channel. But, you know, I just want to be out there and be interactive with the puggers. So for all you people who love doing heroic dungeons, watch out in the next 2 weeks. When you queue, you might get me, and I might ask you for your, ask you to join me in event and have a little conversation while we're doing the dungeon, depending how short it is. And it's going to be pretty cool. I mean, I can't wait to see if we get any good trolls. That would be pretty funny. But, you know, do some dungeons. If you see that I'm queuing for dungeons, if you see, oh, Towellee's in Stonecore, maybe he's doing his Meet the Puggers series. That could be it. But, here we go. I hate these ads, man. These ads, like, how really are you supposed to tank these ads? I know the Fire Stalkers or whatever, whatever the hell they're called. They, like, you know, conflagulate you or whatever. And I hate them. I just freaking AoE taunt them and run away, go in, give a little hammer action. I think they're just supposed to be kited. I have a hunter here. The least you could have done is put down maybe like a frost trap or something. I guess not. And we take these ads down pretty easily. The first boss that we just did, pretty simple. You know, don't stand in the middle of the fucking rock explosion shit. Don't stand on any of the mines and they won't fucking pop you and blow up. A lot of these heroics have been nerfed to shit anyway, so yeah. But the second boss, the crocodile boss, the achievement for that one, I think it's like you have to kill, I don't know, 10 or 15 of those ads that come out at the same time within 10 seconds. Something like, I've never done that before. I've always asked Puggers, hey, you guys want to try the achievement for this? And it never happens. But, yeah. So, Who Needs CC has, we've gone through some exciting times. We've seen some really bad pugs. This pug right here was pretty legit. The people I'm with here on this Lost City of Tol'vir, some of them were actually from the same dungeon that I did Stonecore with on episode 7 because they decided to stay in the group. I just queued after we killed Stonecore. Some of them stayed, some of them left. And it was a pretty good time. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed my series on Who Needs CC. Obviously, it was way more exciting when I didn't have as much overpowered gear, excuse me, as I do now. Right now, like I said, most of these dungeons are just a joke. But I'm pretty sure ZA and ZG will call for some interesting times because sometimes I have trouble just doing it with my guildies. I get low on HP. I'm having to blow major cooldowns. I can imagine when I'm with, a not-so-geared 372 healer and a bunch of, 353, 359 eye-level DPS. That's going to be pretty good because I'm going to chain pull, and I'm pretty sure the reactions are going to be pretty amazing from the from the Puggers when I do that. But for people asking me, Towelliee, every time you do your video, can you please explain your rotation? Because some people might just be watching my series for the first time, Who Needs CC. And basically, as a prop paladin, when it comes to AoE tanking in dungeons, you always want to just, mix it up between your Hammer of the Righteous and Shield of the Righteous. Your Hammer of the Righteous, obviously, is for your AoE. Now, your Hammer of the Righteous ain't shit at all unless you use Inquisition. You want to always use your Hammer of the Righteous in conjunction with Inquisition, which means that you want to build up your Hammer of the Righteous through holy power points, however it may be, and you have to put in a filler in between. Now, the filler is the key factor here. Depending on how many mobs you're tanking is what filler you use. So you're always going to hit Hammer of the Righteous off cooldown. You hit Hammer of the Righteous. If you're only tanking 3 or 4 mobs, use Avenger Shield, not Glyph, so it can hit multiple targets. If you're not, if you're tanking 5 to 6 mobs, go with your Consecration and your Holy Wrath. Only if you're talented for Hallowed Ground, for Heroics, do you use your Consecration. Right now, if I use my Consecration, I lose, like, I don't know, the majority of my entire mana pool, and it blows. And I don't like that at all. But, in essence, you always want to just use Hammer of the Righteous, prioritize Avenger Shield over everything, then Holy Wrath, then Consecration. If you're glyphed for Consecration, that you want to go Hammer of the Righteous, Consecration, Hammer of the Righteous, Avenger Shield, Hammer of the Righteous, Holy Wrath. That's how you want to go. And then, of course, when you're doing single target, you just do your normal Crusader Strike, insert filler ability here, Crusader Strike, filler, Crusader Strike, Grand Crusader, hit Grand Crusader, Shield of the Righteous. Pretty simple. I do have a tanking rotation tutorial video on TGN. Just do a quick search for tanking, Paladin tanking rotation tutorial, and you'll probably find it there. But the last 2 bosses here are pretty darn simple. As you can see here, the DPS is doing pretty good on this run here, and I had no reason to believe that we were gonna just basically one-shot everything and clear all the dungeons. The last 2 dungeons I've done on Who Needs CC have been like borderline perfect, to a point where I could just smoothly go from pack to pack, not worry about the healer mana, not worry about the DPS dying, and it's pretty cool. Those are the kind of dungeon runs you want. Also, you also want to practice good dungeon etiquette, of course. I myself do not practice great dungeon etiquette. Sometimes if I die due to a frustrating event like a healer not knowing what they're doing, DPS standing and getting hit by shit they shouldn't be, I'm like, you know what, fuck this, res me, because I'm going to go take a shit and be right back. But no, sometimes they kick me and they're like, oh, well, this guy's an elite as fuck. You know what, maybe I am, but I just can't stand people who just don't have common sense in heroic dungeons. But now that they have the ability for you to invite your real ID friends to do heroic dungeons, if you're out there and you do have me on real ID by whatever method that I gave you the ability to have me on real ID, I'm down for doing dungeons with the fans of Towelliee, the fans of Who Needs CC ? The fans of TGN. Whenever I'm available, of course. I mean, I have a really hefty, big rating schedule, and it takes up a lot of my time. It takes up about 20 hours of the week, 5 days a week, 4 hours a day, sometimes 4 days a week, 5 hours a day, sometimes 5 days a week, 5 hours a day during progression. But if you guys have any questions about any of the heroic dungeons, let me know. My gear set that I use, people always ask me, what type of gear set Towelliee do you use for heroic dungeons? Now that we have the buff from the dungeon finder, where it gives you like whatever 15% more stamina or health and damage done and healing done, I just go with a full stamina set, man. Like I think I sometimes have like 245k HP in these dungeons. And it's like, if a healer, even a healer in blues and greens, if they can't heal to that, then I don't know what to tell you. But I mean, like I said, it's pretty simple. I use a heavy stamina set. Even if you use a heavy block set, you're always going to be successful. If you use a heavy block set, make sure you use the heavy block set in a heroic dungeon where there's a lot of melee, that you know there's going to be a lot of melee. Like the ones in Stonecore. Stonecore had a lot of melee, and having a block set for that was pretty amazing. Now this boss, up to this day, I don't know what half of the heroic dungeon bosses do. I know this boss has like a stacking buff that does damage. When the Phoenix Bird comes out, have like a DPS, just burn it down really quick. Someone, as you see, there was AFK. We kicked them. We got somebody else in. And we continue forth. We march forth into the night to defeat the pharaohs of the lost city of Tol'vir. Was that good enough? I don't know. People say sometimes I should do like some sort of like, you know, voice acting over for like some MMO. I'm like, I don't know, maybe. I could be the troll or the court jester. Yeah, this boss is pretty simple. He used to actually hit like a truck when Cataclysm first came out. I'm not sure if he got nerfed, but as you see, the Phoenix is out there. The Blaze of the whatever it's called, Blaze of the Heavens. You just want to burn it down. It turns into an egg, and then you just DPS the boss full time. With the group that we had, we just, I don't know, I taunted it whenever I could. I could probably just tank it with the boss and take the damage and mitigate it with cooldowns. But if you guys want to see other videos where I'm actually talking about my reforging, my gemming, subscribe to the WoW Paladin Show. If you subscribe to the WoW Paladin Show, you will see all of my tutorials there: gemming, enchanting, reforging, glyphing, how to pull bosses, talents for, you know, your talent spec for heroic dungeon and for raiding. You know, I have it all there. And I'm going to keep doing more tanking tutorials on multiple characters, including my bear tank, Rumpopotamus, my Death Knight tank who's on Dark Spear, on Darren McTire, Towelliee Sheen, banging 7-gram rocks every night by winning. Duh. And yeah, you can go to stay tuned for those. Those are going to be great. But as you can see here, the damage I'm doing is pretty intense in my dungeons, not only because of the buff, but because I'm just over-gearing the content. You know, you have the weapons from Firelands. Best to like heroic mode weapon. Please drop again next week, I beg of you. Now, this boss is a pain in the ass for a lot of groups. Basically, the key to this boss is kill the ads. Actually, I always try to tell my group, in the beginning, right here, try to just, as much as you can, DPS them. You have about, let's see, 1, 2, 3. You have like 3 or 4 seconds to just like kind of DPS the boss and get some HP off of him. He'll start spawning all these ads. All these ads cast, you know, Thunder Crash. You want to stand out of that. Chain Lightning. You can interrupt all these abilities. You can stun them. HOJ, Rebuke if you're a Protection Paladin. Make sure all these ads die. And once the ads are dead, you'll be taken to the last phase where Siamit basically does like this crazy AoE that knocks everyone back several times. You probably, if you have Raid Wall as a prop paladin, use it in your spec to mitigate the damage for everyone. If there's a Shaman, do your Spirit Link Totem. If you have a Druid, pop Tranquility after he's done with the Storm, just to get everyone back up. If you're a Priest, Power Barrier, do whatever you can. But one more episode, folks, of Who Needs CC. Halls of Origination is going to be next. That one is going to be a hoot. And I can't wait to see what kind of group I get for that, because everyone always stands in the AoE of all the trash in that fight. Oh, I hate it. And here we go. This is the last phase. This is basically where you pop hero, lust, whatever it may be. You burn the boss down. I just basically DPS the boss at the same time, just taunting all the ads that come out, not really DPSing them down. I'm pretty sure that the other DPS can do that on their own. But this has been Towelliee with TGN, Episode 8. Who needs CC? Question mark. Like I said, one more episode left. Then we're going to go to ZA and ZG for the special editions of Who Needs CC. Follow me on my Twitter, on my Facebook, facebook.com/Towelliee, twitter.com/TowelleeTank. Come on my live stream, man. Hang out. I have hundreds of viewers, almost 1,000 every night. Justin.tv/Towelliee. Come check me out. YouTube.com/Console Crusaders, my recently partnered personal YouTube, and HolyShield.com is my personal website. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. There's my damage done. OP, who needs CC? Keep it rocking, keep supporting it. Peace out.